best friend, Trayston Shepard, has said that that was him yelling in the video, "Give me my effing phone," and that everybody needs to relax.
So first of all, we don't know Trayston.
I want everybody just to relax.
We've never met him.
We did no wrong here, and we don't understand how we're getting so much hate behind it.
We don't know Trayston.
We all cared and loved Nolan. I think everybody needs to let the investigation continue.
We've never met him.
Let the facts be shown.
We don't know Trayston. We've never met him.
But Trayston Shepard described himself as Nolan's best friend. He gave an interview saying that he was the one who was yelling it. Have you spoken to Trayston? How are you responding to his account of what happened?
So first of all, we don't know Trayston. We've never met him. So to say best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We've never met him. He's never been to our home. Now, if you were to say that about Jalen or Javon, I would say absolutely. Maybe high school, they started hanging out or, kind of been around each other. But again, we don't know him.
Let me say this to the young man. Not only does his parents, but some of his friends, they reject this notion about, he said he would just volunteer to stay. They're saying Nolan would never do that. So his friends are saying he doesn't really know Nolan.
I mean, Nolan Wells. Fuck Nolan Wells, bro.
Now, I'm not trying to knock what Trayston Shepard's talking about, but the mother came out saying, look, you are not his best friend because we don't even know you. Another thing I notice is that when anything is alluding to Nolan drowning, all the white people get so excited. That's what they want to talk about. Him drowning, and then everything is all over. Third thing I notice is that whenever I see a video of Nolan Wells, he's having fun with his black friends. But whenever I see him with white friends, he's just taking a still photo and he doesn't look like he's having fun. Now let's get to the elephant in the room. There's some new updated information saying that that pool picture with the red circles, and that is alcohol in the corner for everybody that's been asking. That picture was taken on June 27th is the latest updated information. Also, there's a long message that's saying that No was bleeding from his mouth. Also, people are saying that message was falsified by someone in North Carolina. We just had to put that out there just so we can keep everyone up to date. And if we're wrong, we're going to correct ourselves. So let's get into it.
So really, I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to say. Because at the end of this, he says justice for Nolan. If they saying that nothing happened to him and it was a tragic accident and it was a drowning, then why is he saying justice for Nolan? Is he trying to tell us something?
Now, I don't know if that young man, Trayston Shepard, motives was wrong or anything, but it does sound like somebody told him to say that shit. Because he's saying for everybody to leave it alone, aka don't try to get no justice for Nolan. But I'ma tell you, it's people out here like this.
Yep, you got that right. Yeah, we did it. We sure did do it. What you think? What you think we do when we take y'all's young men camping with us? We know them boys don't know how to swim. Yeah. We throw them in that water. We say, swim, boy, swim. Whoa, learn how to swim, boy. You can't do it. You can't do it, boy. Y'all ain't ever going to learn how to swim. Yeah, they did it. Them boys did it. This is a damn tradition for us. Yeah, this is a tradition. We take you boys out in the woods. And we throw you in the swamp. We throw you in the creek. We throw you in the springs and rivers. Yeah, we throw you in them oceans. Hey, y'all can't do a damn thing. Y'all be in there splashing and screaming, I can't swim. I can't swim. Oh, hell no. But it ain't our fault. It ain't our fault you're fucking stupid.
Now y'all understand when we was covering the Chud the Builder situation, why I told y'all don't trust people with just that mustache and they shave their beard. And these are the people they want you to believe that don't exist. And hold up, because it don't stop there. Remember, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Now this brother right here, his name is Gentleman's Den. He exposed another popular YouTuber for coming out saying F Nolan Wells and his family.
I want to talk about the families of Nolan Wells, Carmelo Anthony. I feel that these two families need to be arrested. I don't like neither of these people. This is why you don't see me being a part of this rage bait era of manipulating the viewers in hopes to create a race war.
Race war, huh?
I'm glad that I'm not a racist like the majority of black people that's in America.
Oh, we racist.
This stuff is sick, man.
We racist because we standing on business.
All you seeing down your timelines, Nolan Wells, Nolan Wells, Nolan Wells. Fuck Nolan Wells, bro.
Wow, he said F Nolan Wells, right? The support is overwhelming to this tether right here because Ringo TV is a tether family.
Now I see why Tariq Nasheed and the FBA movement had to create the word tether, because we're starting to see people that look like us, they're not able to identify with our traumas and they separate themselves from our blues, but they want to capitalize off of our culture. Now don't get me wrong, I have love for my brothers and sisters that are scattered across the four corners of the earth that are able to identify with us and understand our trials and tribulation. But for these evil people right here that just want to capitalize off of our trauma, I have no love for y'all because you're evil. Come to my video. I have all the information. Come to my video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Trust me, I see y'all out there. Y'all don't really love our people. But for the brothers and sisters that's out there in other countries that feel our pain and actually love us, shout out to y'all, man.
They're up to about $650,000 on this GoFundMe. There's a report that Byron Allen, black billionaire, donated $100,000 to the Nolan Wells GoFundMe. I think we'll get to $1 million. They got a goal of $750,000, but they just keep raising the goal every time they reach it, and it gets higher. You know, it may have started out at like $50,000, but now they're all the way up to the goal of $750,000, and I would suspect by the end of the day they'll have a goal of $850,000. It's troubling. The only thing I can call this is troubling, that they're following in a pattern that we saw from Carmelo Anthony's family. My black child has died and I'm owed reparations. I'm owed some sort of financial settlement because my black child died in proximity to a white person.
These people are pocket watching our community. They hate when we support each other, just like the evil whites that's out there. But it's people who look like you and me. That little $600,000, $700,000 that people donated to the Nolan family, that is pennies compared to what we really could do. And you got a nerd to pocket watch and say that that family don't deserve it? Give them more. But I really wanted to describe how the evil spirit exists in darker shades of complexion as well as whiter shades of complexion. But let's continue, y'all.
It is no coincidence that every young man that they've put in front of us to do an interview or to say something has been a young black man. That is not by coincidence. It's especially questionable because none of the young men that he was last seen with were black on the boat. So why are we not hearing from the boys who were on the boat? I also want to say that I would rather be wrong a million times over than to let a place like Mississippi do their own investigation when we understand the historical context of Mississippi. I'm speaking from my own lived experience as someone who went to a high school that has a similar racial makeup as where Nolan Wells was living. This is a tactic they often use when they want to blame a black person for something and they want to prove their point. They put other black kids or black boys, black men in front of you to say something different so that you'll believe what they're saying. And I'm not saying that some of the information that is being put out there on social media is not misinformation, but what I am saying is we could hear directly from the source instead of people who claim to be his friends. I also just cannot fathom a world in which someone who is a friend would be actively working against your friend's parents who are seeking justice for their child by saying things like, well, I know some of them were on substances and maybe Nolan was peer pressured into doing substances when you've never seen him do substances before. Or firmly say that you don't believe that anyone would do anything to harm Nolan Wells when you see that his parents are still actively asking for answers that they are not getting. I just also want to remind us that one of the mothers of the children who were on the boat is a judge. And what we do know is that if this does go to trial because some funny money has happened like we think it has, then it has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. And what they're doing right now is trying to create reasonable doubt in the event that this goes to trial. And I'm not saying I have all the answers, but what I am saying is that Ben Crump is doing what he's supposed to do by trying to force them to give the truth about what happened, because they could have already done that. So if they want the misinformation to not be out there because it is concerning their safety, then they would clear up the rumors and tell the truth.
Thank you, because that's everything I've been thinking. Because I personally and truly believe that they're searching for all of Nolan Wells' black and mixed friends to come out on these podcasts to pacify us. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure you hype this video and subscribe. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.